Hey guys, we are back with some more New Jersey Devils franchise mode, and in this one, we are going to start year number 10. And we do have our lines set. We saw them in the last one, but we'll go over them real quick. Nico, Hughes, and Hall, Bratt, Lundell, Perlini, Kapanen, Bykov, and Kiiskanen, and then Pitlick, Zacha, and Virtanen. On defense, we have the ZD man, Recitas, and Fabro, and then Hines and Carlson, Slavin, and Frolov. And then in goal, you have Wingles and Parks, who is now up here at an 83 overall with that high elite potential. So it should be interesting to see the goaltending duel between these two this season. And in the AHL, I did sign a few players from our prospect pool. I signed Derek Champion, and I also signed our recent draft pick, Daryl Rupp. He is playing on the first line with Dubnyk and Culp. We got that +3 for line chemistry there. And also on the third line, Taro Solani, Wayne Lutzer, and Joshua Bolesky create that +5 overall, so Taro Solani should end up simulating as an 83 overall on the third line. So hopefully he can really carry that team, and he as well has the help of Fredrik Holmstrom and Hannu Peltola. I decided to sign these guys as well, and then we also have Mackey, who is now signed. Bhutan joined us as well over the offseason, so got plenty of young blood there in the AHL. Hopefully Holmstrom and Peltola will complement each other well, because Holmstrom is an offensive defenseman and Peltola, of course, is a defensive defenseman. So we'll see how them two simulate, and really hoping for a championship season out of both of these teams in the AHL and, of course, in our NHL Devils. So that being said, there's one more thing that we need to do before starting the regular season, and that would be to make a trade. A very minor one, but still nonetheless a trade. We have to trade Ricky Dietz in our minor league team because it is kind of filling up with wingers right now, and he's currently on the fourth line, and he's a 73 overall, and I just don't see any point in keeping him when he does have a little bit of value on him, so we may as well see what we can get for him. He's 23 years of age, 73 overall. He's not really going anywhere, so we'll see what we can get here. So Carolina is offering a third, Stutzel, and a sixth. Puljujarvi, a fourth and a sixth. A fourth and Pesci. A third and a fourth and Murphy is pretty good. I do like a third, a fourth, and Schmaltz, because that's a very, very cheap defenseman to take on as a backup player. And then you also get a third and a fourth. So I like that trade from Vegas. Yeah, I think we are going to accept that trade right there. And actually, I believe this is the second time we've had Schmaltz within our organization. So he is back after roughly 4 or 5 years, it looks like. So now going into the new season, we are going to take a look at new numbers. You have Pitlick, who is 28. You have Kapanen, who is number 24. Clark's number 10. McCowan is number 5. And then Parks is number 1. So now we will start the regular season, and we are going to advance ahead to our home opener, where we will do a commentary third period against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And our first win of the season comes against the Florida Panthers in a 5-3 victory. And now we will see what happens here against Columbus. So as we head into our home opener, first period, you have 2 goals, Virtanen and Perlini on Barnes. Second period, that'll be a goal for them. Confer on Parks. Looks like a good one. All right, here we go. We're wearing our alternate jerseys, and Columbus are wearing their alternate jerseys as well. Should be a good one. Columbus wins the face-off back. Jones for Lampman. Back to Seth Jones, who's the captain now of... okay, never mind. Hold on. I haven't made that mistake in a while. Alright, so apparently, yeah. Of course. It just had to go that way. I didn't realize until I saw Recitas just gliding back to his own net. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's try this again, except this time we're tied. So Lampman with the unassisted goal, and Hall will get it ahead. As number 22 for Columbus turns back, finds Lampman. Lampman tries to center that one, but guarded well by Recitas. Hall finds Nico. Nico into the Columbus zone. Takes that shot, and a good save by Barnes. Bratt, Lundell, and Perlini out there now against Fiala, Lampman, and Reinhart. Face-off won by Columbus. Reinhart will take it. He gets it to Fiala. Fiala dangles into the zone. Fiala with the rebound for Reinhart, but Recitas picks it up. Perlini for New Jersey in the Columbus zone. Tries the power move. And battling with Wenberg for the puck. And it manages to get it to Werenski. I believe he was looking for Bratt there. Rodin for Columbus. Back for Werenski. Werenski to Rodin, who gets crushed by 57 Fabro. As Fabro gets it up to Lundell for Perlini. To Bratt. Bratt tries to dangle around Larson. Cannot. Larson gets it up to Rodin. Wenberg, with 11:45 remaining in the third, centers that one, but intercepted by Hines. Hines to Kapanen. Kapanen, the newest New Jersey Devil, for Perlini. To Fabro. To Perlini, I think. Yep, that was Perlini, but he couldn't get a shot off. Larson, in the zone. Less than half the third to go. Fabro is in a good position to intercept. Kapanen for Bykov, who dumps in. Bykov will try to chase that down, but it looks like we have a delayed penalty here, and yes, indeed, 2 minutes goes to Kiiskinen as he will head to the box. Let's see what for. Oh yeah, you can't do that. That is indeed a hook. So Nico and Kapanen out there against Reinhart, Lampman and Perfetti. Face off one by Nico. And he is able to muscle it out of the zone as he carries it out now. And in the Columbus zone. Tries to get it back. Maintained possession by Kapanen. Kapanen along the boards. Lampman takes it back for Columbus. Lampman gets it over to Perfetti. Perfetti tries to find his teammate, but instead taken by New Jersey. As Kapanen gets it to Hischier. Hischier with the shot that was whiffed on, I believe, as there might have been a stick in the lane. Number 49 for Columbus. To Reinhart. Oh man, Reinhart had a great chance right there. No defense whatsoever. But our goalie makes the save. Jones. Lampman. Now Perfetti with it over to Reinhart. Reinhart having some trouble deciding what he wants to do, but Hischier will intercept and clear. Jones now for Fiala. Fiala back to Jones. Reinhart through the neutral zone. And tries to get past the New Jersey D. Cannot. And that will be cleared by New Jersey. 42 seconds remaining on the Columbus power play. Lampman up to Wong. Wong in the zone for Columbus. Takes that shot and Parks with the save. That's why I hesitated to say the name of our goaltender earlier. I didn't know who was in net, but it is Parks. Zaka and Lundell out there against Rodin and Wenberg and Wong. Face off one by Lundell. And cleared. 25 seconds remaining roughly on the Columbus power play as Wenberg gets it up to Werenski for Wong. Wong with the shot and Parks with another save. Hischier out there against Wenberg on the faceoff, and Wenberg will win it back for Werenski. Olofsson with the shot, and he scores off a clap bomb from the point, and Columbus now leads 3-2. That is unfortunate. What a shot by Olofsson, I believe it was. Yes, indeed, Kim Olofsson, his first of the season on the power play. And it appears to be his first NHL goal as well, as the puck is being saved. Was there a screen in front? Let's see. Maybe, I don't know. It's tough to tell from that angle. Maybe Kapanen screened him a little bit. It's tough to tell, but nonetheless, the score is all the same at 3-2. So we have a little bit of a deficit to overcome here. Hughes wins the face-off to Rositas. Back for Hughes. Hughes, the shot. Hall chases it in after Larson. 1-for-1. Hall for Larson. Hischier. And puck is cleared by Columbus. And that will be icing. Triple H line out there against Wong, Wenberg, and Rodin. Hischier wins the face-off, or Hughes wins the face-off, excuse me. Hischier has it. Tried to get it to Hughes, but taken by Rodin. Hall intercepts, though. Hall for Hughes, and what was that, Hughes? Bratt, Lundell, and Perlini out there against Confer, Perfetti, and Mantha. That's the third line, jeez. Face off one and pushed by Columbus. Sador for Perlini with a turnover, and Barnes says no to that. My goodness. What a turnover by Columbus. And Perlini, opportunistic, tries to pick his corner, but ultimately is saved by the Columbus goaltender. The same lines are out there. Face off won once again by Columbus, and another turnover. Hines for Carlson, for Perlini, for Carlson, I believe that was. Bratt battling with Perfetti. Perfetti skates around his own net, trying to find space, but cannot. Bratt for Perlini. The shot that went wide, and Barnes almost covers up, and now he does. And the third line out there with the final minute in regulation. Kapanen, Baikov, and Kiiskinen. Face-off won by Columbus. Is there an empty net yet? I don't believe so. No, it is not. Fiala dancing with the puck in the corner for Jones. And Parks looks as though he will cover that one up. Third line still out there. Come on, boys. We need a face-off win. Please, Baikov, win it. And, all right, that works. That works. Slavin. And he tries to get it out, but cannot. Fiala has it now, and he tries to take that shot. Blocked in front. Frolov moves it up for number 24, Kapanen. Frolov once again. Empty net now, and a whiffed one-timer by, I believe that is Slavin, and the empty net by Fiala. So here we go. Hischier, Hughes, and Hall out there for a 2-goal deficit with 25 seconds remaining. Let's see if we can make it a 1-goal game at least. Columbus takes it. Wenberg stops and gets it to Werenski. Werenski with the shot. Carlson for Hischier. 12 seconds remaining. Hischier feeds Hughes, and Hughes tries to get that one on net, but Hall has it now. Lundell for Carlson for Hughes. Hughes in the corner. 1 second remaining, and no shot on goal. That's unfortunate. Jukka Kiiskinen has something to talk to you about. I want to speak about my ice time concerns. All right, let's hear what he has to say. He's only playing 12:34 of average ice time, and he does not feel like it's enough given his abilities. Listen, Jukka, I need you to just trust me here on this one, because we have 1 year left to get it done. I need you to stay at that 86 overall sniper that you were last year. Scored 34 goals without power play time. Now you're getting power play time, so I need you to just be a team player here. And so after the month of October, we went 7-3, pretty good start. Jesper Bratt's off to a really hot start with 13 points in 10 games. So we may as well check out the player stats to see what's going on here. And then we may as well continue simulating, because we seem to be having some pretty nice success at the moment. Bratt, Perlini, Hughes, all above point per game. Lundell, he's doing very well as well. No goals so far this season, but 8 points. Hall with 7 points. Fabro with 7. Pitlick with 5. Kiiskinen and Nico with 4. Ratsidas with 4. Slavin with 4. Baikov, Zaka, Carlson, all with 3. Virtanen and Kapanen and Frolov, all with 2. Hines, the only guy without a point. That is all right. And in goal, Caleb Wingels with an .898 save percentage. That is unusual, especially given our record currently. I guess we've been scoring a lot. And Tristan Parks with a .915 save percentage in 3 games. So not a bad start to his career, but we'll see how that extends out through the entire course of the season. And the team stats, we are currently at a 3.5 goals for per game, so we're scoring a lot. And we're at a 3.1 goals against per game, though I would imagine, we're in the top half of the division, just given how many goals are scored in this simulation now. So a 310 in previous games would have been pretty bad, but at least in this game, it's not terrible. I could definitely be better, that being said, but it's not the worst thing in the world, especially when you're scoring as much as we are. And it appears our power play is actually not great. 16% to start the season. I guess most of our goals are coming from 5-on-5, because we've only scored 4 power play goals in 10 games. That's a bit low. We'll have to work on that, as well as our penalty kill, because our penalty kill is currently at a 75.9. But then again, all the penalty kills above us, it's only an 87 in the New York Rangers. Then it drops immediately down to an 81, then a 77. So it appears as though most of the power plays in our division are clicking. Ours is not in comparison. So if we could figure out the power play specifically, I think that would help out a lot. So since Kiiskinen was complaining a bit about his ice time, let's get him on the first line power play with Hughes and Bratt. And then Ratsidas and Carlson. Yeah, that looks good to me. There's not much I want to change around, though, is the problem. Maybe we can get Slavin off in favor of a forward. Yeah, sure, Baikov. We'll get Baikov on there, because he's been, I believe, mostly on the third line. Yeah, he can get some power play time. Not sure how much I want to do to the penalty kill. I think I'll switch Kapanen and Zaka, well then again, that takes away the +3 from that line. What about if I switch Lundell and Kapanen? Yeah, if you take away Kapanen from that line, it takes away the +3. You know what? I'll move Hines up with Fabro. Yeah, because Hines is the pure defensive defenseman, and then that'll allow Rositas to get a little bit of a break as well, because he's currently playing 26-25 of ice per night, and he's only 20 years of age. And this is only his second season in the NHL. He goes from 19-14 to 26-25. Well, give him a little bit of a rest there on the penalty kill. Give him a little bit less ice time there. It's not going to hurt his development whatsoever, or at least it shouldn't. But other than that, we're not touching 5-on-5 since we appear to be scoring goals, so we will continue on with the simulation here. And unfortunately, Tristan Parks is injured with a swollen knee until November 30th. Alrighty then, so that's an unfortunate injury to one of our younger goaltenders, so we're going to have to call up, we'll call up Karppinen for right now. I want the AHL to win some games so Vanacek can lead the AHL to victory there. And for right now, we're just going to see what Karppinen can do as the backup, although I highly doubt he'll get too many games, if any. It's probably just going to be Wingles this entire month, but still, he was pretty good for us a couple of years ago, I believe. Yeah, during the 2023-2024 season, he actually had 4 wins in 10 games. Of course, he had an .874 save percentage, but he is pretty reliable when it comes to save percentages. This year so far, he has a .932 save percentage in 4 games in the AHL. Last year wasn't great, but the year before that, .923, .919, .938 in Liga. And now Maxim Zykov has been injured with a herniated disc until February 4th. That is a major injury. Luckily, that's not to any of our NHL guys, but still, that's an unfortunate injury for Zykov there. And Jukka Kiiskinen is apparently sorry for how he's playing out there. Kiiskinen, I have no idea how I'm able to check your stats because EA doesn't provide a way to check your stats from the screen. So I'm just going to persuade you because I know you're a good goal scorer. And Tristan Parks is back to the lineup, so we will now send Mr. Karppinen back. Let's see how he did. So Karppinen actually had 3 games played and a .904 save percentage in his time here in the NHL. Not too bad, but we're going to send him back down. And we have a huge trade to Nashville, Charlie McAvoy, and to the Islanders, Hennessy, a 2nd and a 7th. So we are at the end of November now, and we are now 14-10-0. We went 7-7 in that month. Obviously not great. Definitely could have been a lot worse. So we're going to check out the stats. We're also going to, more importantly, I think, check out the team stats. That's where we're going to find out the most information on what we are struggling with. So goals for per game, we're actually struggling to score some goals as of late. We're keeping the goals against down per game compared to before where it was at a 3.1. But now our goals for per game has gone down from a 3.5 to a 2.96. So that means as of late, that's probably around 2.5 at the very most. So that's a problem, and the power play is also a huge problem. 7 power play goals on 52 opportunities, 13.5 power play percentage. That is brutal. So it looks like we're going to have to shake up the special teams completely here. And as for why our goal scoring dried up, I have no idea. Maybe we'll learn a bit more about that by checking out the player stats. Jesper Bratt has been very consistent throughout the years so far. 23 points in 24 games. Hughes with 21. Perlini with 18. Nico with 18. Hall with 17. Lundell with 13. Carlson with 10. Slavin and Fabro also with 10. Kiiskinen with 9. So yeah, Kiiskinen has been not great this season, as he said. But you know what? There's no way for me to check that while in the middle of that dialogue, Pitlick with 8 points. Bykov with 7, Vatsitis with 6, Kapanen with 5, Hines with 5, Zaka with 5, Virtanen with 4, Frolov with 3. Let's see, shooting percentages. Perlini, he's got a 21.3, 19.1 for Bratt, 16.2 for Hall, 12.9 for Heischer, 12.7 for Hughes. So most of our stars are getting it done shooting-wise. Let's see, face-offs. Are we getting possession of the puck? Looks like it. Nico's at a 60.8 on the faceoffs that he's taken. Zaka is at a 56.1. Hughes is at a 55.7. Lundell is at a 54.8. And Bykov is at a 53.3. So it's definitely not for a lack of possession that we're losing here. I don't think possession has ever really been an issue with this team, or at least starting out with possession. Physicality, you got Hines with 55 hits, Nico with 46, 45 for Fabro, 44 for Hall, 37 for Perlini and Kapanen, 30 for Kiiskanen, 26 for Bykov, 25 for Slavin, 23 for Hughes. So even Hughes is almost a hit per game. So I wouldn't say it's any lack of physicality either, given that the majority of our skaters appear to be fine laying the body, because even Bratt has 16 hits in 24 games, and that's kind of unusual for him. Lundell with 16 hits, Rasidas with 13, Frolov with 13, Carlson with 8. So we're getting the physicality for sure. We're winning face-offs. What about the takeaways and giveaways? Kapanen's really good. Nico, Perlini, Pitlick, Lundell, Hughes, Hall, all really good. Bratt could be a bit better. Fabro, for him, that's pretty good as a defenseman. Bykov's good. Rasidas could be a bit better, but it's definitely better than last year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're seeing tons of improvement so far out of Rasidas, so I can't complain there. And that's in a lot more ice time as well. Zaka could be a bit better. Kiiskanen could be a bit better. Hines could be better. Slavin, that's good. Virtanen could be a bit better. Carlson, I don't really expect him to have a good ratio at this point. Oh, he's down to an AHL top 2. We need to keep an eye on that. We definitely need to keep an eye on that. That is unfortunate. And Frolov, 2-7, that's unfortunate as well, but at least he's seeing some improvement physically. It's probably the power play. Hall has 1 power play goal. Perlini has 1. Bratt and Hughes. So if I'm not mistaken, Bratt and Hughes are on the same power play line. So that means, and then same thing for Perlini. I believe Perlini is on the same line as Hughes and Bratt. So that means that second unit has only produced 1 goal. Yeah, we need to change the power play up. Or actually, it's Perlini and Hall in the same unit. So nonetheless, that's 5 goals compared to 2. 2 goals from this unit. And we are more than a quarter of the way through the season. That is not going to do it all. And Hall, unfortunately, is down to a medium top 9, or not medium, but exact top 9. Ooh, we're seeing some drop-off now. I think we'll switch Hall to the right. We'll get Perlini up here with Hughes and Kiiskanen, and then it'll be Bratt, Nico, and Hall. And then I think what I want to do... Bykov has not been great, unfortunately, offensively, so we're going to get him out, and we will... I mean, Kapanen hasn't been great offensively either, but he's not on the power play, so we'll give him a chance. I mean, it can't possibly get much worse than it is right now, so we may as well try him there. And I think for the 4-on-4, I'm going to switch Hughes and Hischier. Penalty kill, the penalty kill has gotten better since we last checked. That's the thing I'm holding on to. Because we were previously, I believe, at a 75, and now we're at around a 79 or an 80. So I think I want to leave the penalty kill alone, because that's probably around an 83 or an 84 as of recent. So I think it's just a power play that needs to click. We may as well try switching up a couple of the 5-on-5 lines as well, since our scoring in general seems to have dropped off. Let's switch Hall and Perlini. Let's also switch Lundell and Bykov. So it's Bykov, Hall, and Bratt. And then Kapanen, Lundell, and Kiiskanen. Is that an all Finns fourth line? Or third line? I believe it is. Yep, that's an all Finns third line. Oh, that's great. Pitlick, Zaka, and Virtanen, they could stay where they are. Yeah, those are the only changes I want to make for right now. Luckily, Nico is back up to an 89. That's exactly what we needed. So hopefully those changes do something for us offensively. So I think with that, we will go 1 more month and we'll see how we do. If we don't get at least, if we don't get at least 7 wins out of these next, how many games is this? Is 4, 7, 10, 14. If we don't get, actually, never mind. If we don't get at least 8 wins, then I think I'm going to call it here after this month, because not ideal so far. I mean, it hasn't been terrible, for sure. We have more wins than losses, but you know, that doesn't exactly get you into the playoffs. So we'll go 1 month and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, never mind. We're stopping about halfway through, because in that stretch, we went 2-4-2. We're now 16-4-2, and that means that we're currently sitting in 6th. That will not do it all. So we are going to check out the stats once again, and we will call it there, because we absolutely cannot afford to miss the playoffs, especially after the season after going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Unbelievable, the simulation, man. So goals for per game, We are scoring less than we did before. 2.88. That is unfortunate. And unfortunately, we are now also allowing more goals than we did before, 3.13. Power play has been absolutely dead. We are at a 13.2. I believe that is the lowest in the division. Yes, it is. And as for the penalty kill, it's gotten a bit worse since we last checked. 78% as of right now. If we could get that up to like 82, that'd be great, just show a little improvement. But man, the power play and the offense in general, for whatever reason, has been absolutely nowhere to be found. So this is exactly why I did not go after too many big free agents besides Kapanen in the free agency period, because now it gives us the flexibility to make a move if we have to, and it's looking like we may have to. So taking a look at the player stats here, Bratt with 31 points. If there's anyone who's really hasn't slowed down at all this season, it's Jesper Bratt. He's stayed very consistent the entire season. I mean, it's basically a point per game pace. Yeah, that would be a career high if he stayed on this pace throughout the entire season. That would be by far a career high, actually. So Bratt is definitely staying no matter what. Hall with 27 points. So even though he's dropping off a little bit, 37 years of age, he's still getting it done offensively. So we can definitely keep him. Hughes with 26 points. Perlini with 23. Nico only with 19, unfortunately. Maybe we consider dropping him back down to the second line center. Lundell with 17 points. Yeah, I think that might be it. I think Lundell is best fit for the third line center. Kiiskinen with 15 points. Fabro with 14. Carlson with 13. Carlson's definitely having it rough. Yeah, he is unfortunately having it pretty rough there, as he did have a 73-point season last year, but so far this year, only 13 points. That's unfortunate. Bykov with 12 points. Slavin with 12. Pitlick with 9. Vatsidis with 8. Zaka with 6. Kapanen with 5. Hines with 5. Virtanen with 4. Frolov with 3. Let's check out goaltending. And Wingles, unfortunately, with an 890 save percentage. Wingles, my man, I don't know what to think of you. Because last year was solid. He had a 906 save percentage. He got more wins than losses. Actually, in fact, by far more wins than losses. And he was all right in the playoffs as well. I mean, he got us to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. But this is a very odd team. And Parks so far in 6 games with a 926 save percentage. So maybe do we go to Parks for a little bit? Because it doesn't appear as though our main man in Wingles is doing too well. And for whatever reason, the offense seems to be drying up. Oh, actually, it's Bykov on that second line. So maybe that's what is getting Lundell to work. But unfortunately, Bykov... 12 points, dude. That's brutal. That's brutal. Bykov is not known for this. He's definitely having a slow year. He's usually hovering around somewhere like 45, potentially 50 points. Right now, he's on pace for 30, I would say at most. Oh, this is interesting. This is an interesting team. Kapanen could definitely be doing better as well. Only 5 points so far in 32 games played. Kiiskinen with, I believe that is 15. I mean, Kiiskinen's doing all right, but he could definitely be scoring more goals, especially with what he did last year without power play time as well. He did that without any power play time, did Kiiskinen. He scored 34 goals last year, and look at that. No power play goals. Those were all even strength. And right now, he's on pace for 20. I don't know if that was Hayes, and if it was, then I wish he wouldn't have retired. But for whatever reason, we appear to not be clicking as well this year as we did last year, even though, for the most part, other than Hayes, this roster is pretty much the same. I mean, obviously, you have Pitlick in there instead of... You had Grigorenko in there last year. And I mean, he's still part of the team, but we're playing Pitlick right now. And then Kapanen instead of Hayes. Those are pretty much the only differences on the roster this year. And then as well as, obviously, Parks. I'm not sure what to make of it. I'm really not sure what to make of it. Again, maybe we go Nico on the second line. And maybe if Bykov on the first line doesn't work out, then we trade him. Something's got to work here. Something's got to start clicking. Or maybe Kiiskinen with Hughes and Perlini. So I think I'll leave you guys off there. If you have any suggestions, let me know, because this is the last year. This is the last official year anyway. I mean, we could always go past year 10 if we want, but this is the last year that counts towards the record books. So let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one when we continue year number 10.